Yay. We're live. Okay. While I wait for all of that to happen, I'm just going to share this very quickly with my community. Okay. Hey, Opayami. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Bolanle. Thank you for joining. Dye your eyes. Thank you. Thank you, Ayo Mike. Thank you so much. Good to see you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to pin the comments very quickly. Day 2. Upwork. Just give me a few seconds. Entry strategies. Account approval. That's better. How has been our day, guys? Hi, thank you. Okoyemi, if you can help share the link, I would appreciate. You are my account manager, managing the back-end accounts. Kindly share the link with the community as well. Welcome, Stella. Hi, Sandra. Good to see you guys. Please, if you can share the link as well on the Freelance Advantage group, it will be good. Because I'm not able to do that from here, I just want to quickly pin a comment. Yes, I did it already. Welcome. Thank you for joining. How has been our day? As usual, no fluff. Getting right into the conversation. I'm not going to take time as well. 30 minutes, maximum is 45 minutes in any of the days, except where we have a guest and the conversation is really, really hot. From next week, we'll be having different guests. How people pivot from different careers. I'm going to be having that conversation. Even moms, the mom guild for people who had to leave job because they got married, because they had babies, and how they came back, how they pivoted back into their career. It's going to be a well-rounded, conversation for this 1 month. So I just want to make sure that we touch every aspect, every areas, and every concerns that we have. But for today, we're really talking about the Upwork account approval, the entry strategies. Yesterday, I introduced us to, freelancing as a whole already. So today, I just really want to delve in a bit about Upwork. So please feel free to share this with your friends. Feel free to share this with your community. And yes, and we're going to start just after that. Thank you, Holamite, for joining. Good evening, or depending on whatever part of the world you are, but it's evening my time. Thank you so much, guys. Day 1, you guys were there. I appreciate it. This is day 2. Borderless Summit. What is it really about? It's so much about, how to make money online. And I found out as well that there are other ways to make money online. So we're not going to limit this just to freelancing as well. At some point in the summit, we'll have people who will talk about other areas that are legit, that are solid, people who are thought leader in their areas, and they've been able to create something for themselves, create a platform for themselves. I've already reached out to quite a number of people, and I'm expecting, from next week, we'll be having 1 or 2 conversations that will have guests. So I won't be the only one speaking English here. But thank you so much, guys, for joining. Okay, my family, my true love, thank you. So let me just get right into it. I've had people who would create accounts on it. But before that, I wanted to know, guys, if you were part of yesterday's session, for example, what was it for you? If you can remember anything at all, what was it for you? I can check people who are live here. I can see Okoyemi is still live. Sandra is still live. My family, my true love is here. Olamite is here. Ayo Mike is still here. Thank you so much. I wanted to know if you were a part of yesterday session, day 1, what was it for you? What did you learn? What was it that stood out for you? Please just drop that in the comment section and then I'll take it off. Yes, I'm waiting for you guys to drop it. What was it for you? How has it been? Did anything drop that you thought was interesting or was powerful or was enlightening or was useful for you or that you've used already? What is it for you? I'm waiting. Positive mindset. Thank you so much, Sandra. Positive mindset. Absolutely. And I remember the scenario that I shared, that if you don't see it, it won't work for you. And this has nothing to do with motivational speeches. It's not a preaching. Like I said yesterday, you have to see that this thing can work for you. You can make money online. There are people who they are half as intelligent as you are. They don't know half of what you know. they don't have the capacities that you have, and they're cashing out, they're making money, they are positioning themselves, right? They are living to the fullness of their potential. Even I mean, talking for myself as well, there are people with half of my potentials, and they are doing so much more, and I'm on the journey to doing that as well. So we're not there yet, we're constantly on that journey, but the goal is to constantly keep moving. So you want to have that positive mindset. Thank you so much, Sandra, for dropping that. Does anybody also want to drop anything from yesterday's conversation? Thank you guys for joining, and as you are joining, please drop your name and your location if possible. Jennifer and Sisomi, thank you for joining. So yeah, 8:05 on the dot. I've made it a habit. Sorry guys. I've made it a habit that I will just wait 8:05 just for 1 or 2 people to join before I delve right into the conversation as well. Oyekomi, it doesn't take much to learn a new thing. The example of your friend. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for remembering that. It doesn't take so much. It might take you 3 months. It might take you 1 month. For some people, it's just 2 days. But you can learn something new that you can begin to monetize. You can do it. I remember, and sometimes you also need to understand your strength. Where is your strength zone? I remember when I wanted to learn Forex, I paid a lot of money to learn Forex. And I mean, after a few months, at first it was working for me. Some days I make $300. The second day, I'm able to double it. The third day, I lose everything. And I found out that it was even giving me PTSD. Like, I would just be doing something else, something random at work. And my mind would be like, oh my God, I left a trade on. Maybe they already logged me out of the market. You know, maybe this, maybe that. And I found out that no, I don't think this method of trading is for me, or trading at all. I don't think it's for me. So I knew my strengths, and I decided to look for what I think it's for me. So it doesn't take much to learn a new thing. In the process, also understand what works for you. Thank you for that. Sandra says, strengthen and be a master of your skill before adding more. True. Yes, do that, build capacity on one, and then you can begin to expand. And a perfect example I can give of this is when people say, tell me, you do a lot of things, you're a multipreneur, how do you do all of these things? How are you able to do this? How are you able to do that? And I think one of my answers is I understand that life is is in seasons, right? And my skills are like buckets. For each season, I require different things. There was a season of my life where I was making clothes as a tailor. I make the clothes that I wear, but aside that, I was also monetizing it. I was making clothes for other people. Yes, that was me. That is me. And it doesn't mean I still can't go into fashion design. Yes. So that is one thing. There are seasons of my life that I taught, even recently, people how to create something, like edit pictures. I've had times that I taught people how to use templates to create flyers. So I've done different things at different times, but I just ensure that they are balanced in a way, and I'm doing them in the bucket of seasons that I have. There are seasons I don't have time for that. So that's it pretty much. Thank you so much, guys. As you remember, you can always drop it, but I'll just get right into the conversation of the day, which is Upwork entry strategies. The real reasons why Upwork rejects people. What does Upwork want from you? How do you create an outstanding profile? And then, of course, over the course of the training, we'll also look at other areas we can touch on. So I've had people, whether during my training or random people that I meet, maybe online on Clubhouse, talk about how Upwork rejected their profile. And what Upwork would do is they will tell you to come back in the next 6 months, for example. I think that's the minimum time they have. Once you apply, and you don't apply with all the strategies I'm about to share, it's really simple. There's no big deal there. But if you don't know, you don't know, right? Once you apply and they see that you don't meet up to the requirement, they will tell you to come back in the next 6 months. That this platform is for professionals. It's a platform where people who have enough experience can freelance. So in their mind, they're giving you the next 6 months to go and build capacity, or the next 6 months to go and learn. Go and build more experience. Whatever it is you want to do, go and do that in the next 6 months. So that's Upwork for you. But a lot of times you have what is required. You just didn't think it was necessary to put it there. You just did not think it was important to include it on your profile. Thank you, Olamite. The 5 P's was a mind opener. Before the end of the session as well, I can touch a bit an overview for people who were not there. But you can listen to yesterday's live. We had all these conversations just to avoid repetition. Thank you so much, Olamite. Welcome, guys, as you're joining. Joanne, thank you so much. Rebel, Olabanjo, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Back to what I was saying. So, what does Upwork want then? Number one, there's something called the 100% profile. You want to ensure, first of all, that you have an 100% profile. But how do you get that? There's different sections on Upwork. it starts with your profile, like I said yesterday. Registration is different from setting up a profile. So a lot of times when you register on Upwork, you think you are ready. No, you still have to set up your profile. And the profile is not just the word, the one I explained yesterday, just about your, more like a cover letter. No, it's also about the different sections you can find there. And it starts from your profile picture. It starts from there, you move to your work experience. From there, you begin to talk about your education experience, the education, that's your educational background. From there, you begin to talk about your skills, at least 10. You want to have at least 10 of your skills there. Thank you so much for joining. Good evening, beauty terrain. Then after that, you move as well to your portfolio. Yes, these are examples of the projects you worked on. You move from there, you move to your pricing. What price do you want to charge? And then from there, you also move to your expertise level. There are 3 categories of expertise. When you get to Upwork, you find them there, right? There is the entry level, there is the intermediate level, and then there is the expert level. You want to be realistic. So I'm going to take them from the beginning and explain a bit about that. I already explained picture yesterday. You want to have a professional picture. You don't need a camera to do that. Your phone is enough to do that. You can snap a professional picture with your phone, your mobile phone. Just do a little bit of cleanup, ensure you have a clean background, and then you upload it. You don't want to snap a picture where it is your side we're seeing, or one side, half of your face is covered. No. A background like mine is too busy as well. You want to have something plain. It's not a passport, like I said yesterday, but it's a picture that is professional looking and professionally looking, right? Now, the second thing that I said was your profile. I already dealt with that yesterday, meaning that what you write in terms of the content that people see. And this is really so much about you, your work experience, and all of that. Now, the next section, which I didn't mention yesterday, is your expertise level. Let me just really quickly talk about your expertise level. Upwork wants to know, just so that it helps in recommendation. It helps also not just in recommending jobs for you. It also helps in terms of the job matches. So when you're applying for a job, there are jobs that what they require. This is what they require. Thank you guys for joining. Lekon, thank you. Vic Bam, more, thank you. Tochi, thank you so much, guys. I might not be able to be saying the welcome just so that I don't lose my train of thought, but I see you all, ever glam, and I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. And so what you want to do, there are 3 categories, like I said. There is the entry level. There is the intermediate level, and then there is the expert level. You want to be realistic and you want to be true to yourself. Thank you. Go global, go borderless. Yes, go borderless or go home. Now, the first thing is the entry level. How many years of experience do you have? Just like a typical job in Nigeria. They want to know, are you an entry level? Entry level is usually between 1-2 years. 1 to 2 years is an entry level, right? So you want to be realistic. Is that your years of experience? You know why this is very critical? Because I know that as Nigerians, not just Nigerian, people naturally, we want to overestimate who we are. Now, there's underestimation, there is overestimation. I mean, those are 2 different concepts. We can talk about that. But, we want to overestimate who we are. And so you know that you're at an entry-level role in a particular sector, but you want to shoot for the expert level. This is what will happen. Yes, you can take up the job, but one bad review from a client can ruin everything you're trying to do on Upwork. So, because there's something called the job success score. If you look at my profile, you currently see the 100%. I don't joke with that 100% score. What does it mean to have the job success score that is 100%? It means that every client I've been privileged to work with, they scored me, they gave me 5-star ratings, and they gave me 100% job score. Meaning I did a good job, my experience matched with what they want, and I over-delivered. If any of them are giving me something below 5-star, it will reduce. I will never have a 100% job score, and it will affect my rating. It will definitely affect how other clients see me. So you don't want to joke with that. You don't want anybody to come and post and stand in your gary. It's better you just do your thing, gradually build your profile, and get to a level where you can begin to then talk about how long you've built your capacity on the platform and how you are a boss at what you do. So you start from the entry level. If you are one, if you're an intermediate person, why not? Intermediate is usually between 3 years and 4 years. But do you know sometimes there's a trick as well? You can be 3 years or 4 years and you can be an expert in what you do. You don't have to be 8 years. I know in the typical job, there's the senior level, just like developer, senior level developer, mid-level developers, entry-level developers. This is different. If you think you're an expert at what you do, then go for it. Go for the expert level. But the goal is just ensure that you are giving value and you're not giving any client a reason to give you a bad rating. That's that about the job success score. So you want to keep it safe, ensure your entry level or intermediate or expert level is right. Choose whatever suits you. Then you move as well to your project section. The project section is really where, like I said yesterday, similar to the portfolio. What you've done before, do a screenshot, put it there. Include some of the things you've done. If you're a virtual assistant, for example, I know you might be thinking, and let me ask somebody in the comment section, what type of projects do you think you can display or show a client as a virtual assistant? You are not like a developer who build a website. You know, as a developer, software developers, whether front end or back end, a UI UX guy, you have a portfolio. If you have done designs like you created, maybe you created something like a document, a presentation, PowerPoint document or whatever it is, presentation, brochure of organizations, you can share this as a project. You can link the website you've built as a project. You can link mock-ups as a project. But somebody doing administrative work, somebody should please give me an example in the comment section if you're really following and you are administratively inclined. What type of project I want this to be practical. What type of project do you think you should display as an administrative assistant or a virtual assistant or an HR, for example, or head of admin, executive assistant, whatever it is? What type of, and customer service as well. What type of project do you think you should display? Somebody should drop it. I'll be waiting for that in the comment section. While I do that, I move to the next. I'm waiting for you. In fact, I'm going to wait till somebody replies before I move to the next one. What type of projects can you show? Think about it. What do you do in your day-to-day work? Already, what do you do? And so if you think these things are, for example, data entry project, why not? You can do a screenshot of your work. You do it and you place it there, but you just want to know that you have the capacity to do this job and you have done it before. That's the goal. That's really what they want to know. Moving on to the next area is your educational background. I see how people put education because they don't think it matters. It's very critical. On Upwork, put your educational background. They want to know, well, there might not be so much emphasis around what you studied. Nobody cares the school you went to on Upwork because they're not in Nigeria. They're not like Nigerian companies that are looking for, top 100 universities in Nigeria. No. It's not so much about that. It's really so much about the level of expertise because they believe if you have spent 4 years in school for a BSc, for example, extra 2 years or 1 year for a master's, for example, then you know what you're doing. And it's also very sound because of your English communication skill. Now, Upwork is an English platform. One of the fears they have for giving Nigerians job is because they believe we don't communicate clear enough. But I beg to differ. I tell people that Nigerians are one of the most expressive people. Our accent is one of the clearest. Yes, we might not, we don't need to package our accent to be able to sound very clear. But you can listen to a Nigerian and you understand what the person is saying because we speak very clearly. We don't have so much accent mixed with our language. We will speak it very clearly. So it's such a privilege for clients as well. But they don't know. Everybody has heard a lot of bad things about Nigerians. One of the obstacles people will face in this freelancing platform is, can we trust these people? Can we trust Nigeria? So you should know that every time you interact with an international client, an international organization, you're a representation of the entire country. And so whatever perception they have of you, it's going to rub off on every one of us. Absolutely, yes. And so somebody decides to disappoint one client. That client does not want to work with any Nigerian again. Why? Because they assume that every Nigerian is like that. Just like we too, we have our biases about certain people. Apologies to these people, but there are certain countries like Indians, I do not like to work with them. Why? I have my reasons and I have my experience. Maybe it was just 1 or 2 experiences, but I built an impression about that. Let me give you a typical example. I once worked with an Indian lady where I was charging, I think, $10 per hour or $15 per hour or thereabout. And it was for a call job. Now, if you know Upwork very well, you know that there is a hourly. This is something that I can't teach here. It's what I teach in my coaching session. There is a hourly rate work. There is a fixed project, the contract-based work. Now, there's a way they track each of these projects. If you're going to be doing hourly work, there is a software we use to track your work. And that Upwork can, your payment is safe with Upwork if you are doing hourly work because they are tracking it literally every other minute. But if you're going to do manual work, there's no time. You can do it at your time. You run at a risk of the client that can decide not to pay you. And there are some jobs that you do like that, like call center work. you can't do it with your laptop except you have a device to do that on your laptop. But I was using my phone to do the call. It was one of the early lessons that I learned. I was using my phone to make the calls with my Skype to, clients in Canada. It was what do they call this job? Yeah, call centers. Like, you're calling people, you're pitching about the company. The company is a software development company, right? And so the calls were to reach out to them. This is what we do. We are based in India, and we have branches in Dubai and in London. We're hoping that if you have, software development projects, you want to build a website, we do that. Those were the calls, and I was doing it manually. I'm going to take this question. I'm going to take it. So let me just pin it so that I don't forget. Yeah. I'll take it very shortly. And what happened then was, after I did the job, of course, Indian people, I'm apologizing to them, I'm generalizing, but this was my personal experience, and it's the second one. When I finished the job, what you do when you do a manual job is to upload what you've done. So you do a manual upload. Now, Upwork does not protect manual work. And so if the client decides not to pay you, there's nothing you can do. And this client decided not to pay because, out of all the people you called, maybe it's only one person that decides to go further with the work, or it's only one person that gave a positive response. But how is that my fault? It was not in the agreement that this is KPI based. There was nothing like, because I made over 300 calls. And the goal is, I could even outsource it, get guys to make the calls for me, pay them as well. They'll be willing to do it. But I even did it myself. I tried to do it myself, and I update as I do it. Right? Apparently, a lot of the calls were not even connecting. So what am I saying in essence? There are people that have biases based on experience, and I don't judge anybody for that. So when clients judge you as well, to say you're in Nigeria, you might not be able to deliver the job. Your job is to prove to them that I am different and I can do this. I have the capacity to do it, not because I say that I can, but because I have done it over and over again. Now, those are the things you put together in your proposal. I have done this over and over again for different people, and these are the examples. So now that will take me back to the question that Lekon just asked. Thank you so much, Paddy, for this question. Talking about posting screenshots of your project. How do we deal with data protection or confidentiality when sharing info about the project you have worked on? Perfect example for this particular conversation. There are projects you cannot share. I've worked with people where while I'm doing my recruitment and I'm asking for what project have you worked on, and they are saying, I was sorry, we signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, so we can't share certain information. That's fine, but you should have something you can share. So if you can't share for your clients, what I advise people is have pet projects. That's why you should have project that you do. If you're a professional, you should have project that you do. So it might not be for your office. It's like a software developer. Maybe you've been building website for other company. Do you have a website you've built for yourself? Or that you built for, you volunteered for people and you built a website? You're a graphic designer, for example. You've been designing for people. Now, because there is the confidentiality, the NDA you signed does not permit you to share the flyers you've done. But have you worked in a volunteer group? Have you designed a flyer for your church? Have you designed for your friends selling something? Package it together and show them. That's a portfolio. There's no privacy right on that. So it will be good to have pet projects, whether you are doing it for yourself, doing it for a family member, but something that my work does not permit me to show things like this, but I have project that I have on the side that I can show you. And they don't need to know who you did it for, to be honest. This is a project. It's part of what is in my job and my skill set. And so you don't need to know whether I did it for my friend or a family member, but this is work. So you can show them something like that. I've even told a friend before, one of my students, he works in the bank and he wants to work as a data person, data entry, data analyst, customer service. And it is, of course, against the rules of the bank in Nigeria. Not just in Nigeria anyway, to share data like that. You can't share the example. In fact, banks use CRM system. So do you want to go and screenshot something like that? No. I said, you know what? Do one for yourself manually. Look for data online. Look for fields and entries. Create something. Simulate what you have at work. Just have something for yourself that you can present to your client to say, see, this is what I do. And so you can do that. You can watermark it. You can blur it. Blurring also removes the vital details, like the name of the company, the names on the fields. But they can see the arrangement. They can see. So you can do it in different ways. I hope I've been able to answer that question. So yes, that's how to do it. It just helps to build credibility, to be honest. And you can create for the purpose of freelancing. So yeah, that's that. Somebody once asked me how there are jobs that they block out location from. Guys, you can send in your questions, to be honest. That's why I said this has to be interactive, just so that it's applicable for you. I appreciate the questions. It helps me to as well speak to us at our different experience and all of that. Somebody wants to ask a question that I thought would be very helpful. That how then do we work around clients who don't want to work with Nigerians or Africans because of bad experiences, of course. Hey, thank you so much, boss. Mr. Izu, thank you for joining. I appreciate this. You know, and I said a lot of times when we look at the jobs, when we see these international gigs, you don't know whether they are saying we don't want Africans to apply, or it's the location. Now, nationality is different from your location. And this is where the conversation of VPN begins to come in. People ask me, Temi, should we use a VPN? Because I think these clients don't want to work with Africans. The question is, or the conversation is really about not necessarily your nationality, it's your location. You'll be shocked that when you leave Nigeria and you find yourself in another location, you begin to see this job. So it's not so much about your nationality. There's no need to have inferiority complex to say it's because I'm a Nigerian, I'm not getting this job. Sometimes it's really about your location. I remember when I was in Dubai for a few weeks, you needed to see the opportunities that were coming. I'm like, wow. So this is a mindset for them. Africans might not be able to do the job, but you can rise above it. I've worked with over 6 international clients now, by God's grace. I mean, go to my LinkedIn profile. You'll be shocked. Like, what's going on? All of these jobs from Nigeria. Yes. So that's why I said this thing is so much about positioning, how you package your profile, how you package your proposal, and that's how you take it to the next level. Thank you. Tinthewa, you said, what about people who are technical? How do they build their portfolio? When you say technical, what do you mean? Like a developer, IT guys? Give me an example of what you mean by technical. There should be something in your field that you can present as part of the work you've done before. There has to be something you do on a day-to-day. Something you can show, an example of. It doesn't have to be full, end-to-end. For example, like I said, if you're a software developer, you don't have to show. You can show the website you've built for your client. But if you don't have something like that, have you built something for a family member? Have you worked on pro bono projects? Have you worked with family members? Have you volunteered in certain areas where you have something to show? Then those are the perfect examples of portfolio you can present to these people. But give me a practical example of what you do when you say technical, just so that I'm not referring to tech, core tech, just so that I'm sure. The next thing you want to do on your profile as well, just to ensure that you get above this requirement of Upwork, is also your work experience. Now, I say this a lot. People know that you are good at what you do. They can see your profile. They've seen your educational background. And now your work experience. Database administrator. Yes. I mean, you can also, that's why I said things like that. If there is physical work you've done, you can do a screenshot and then blow it. Yeah. If there are sites you can reference, except you're talking about something that is so much of a back end related that they can't see. There should be something you can show, something tangible, like an artifact you can show that this is what I do. There had to be something. So just give me an example and we'll see. You can do a screenshot, you can save it, you can upload it, you can link it to a drive. A lot of people, I see what they do. They don't show it like that, but there's a link. They just link it into a drive, upload it into a drive. Once you click on it, you'll see it. People have GitHub profile as well, especially technical guys. They have GitHub profile. All the things they've done, you can find it there. You can make verification by yourself. Call backend exactly. There has to be a way you can show what you've done. Do you have a GitHub profile? Link it. Let them go and see what you've done on GitHub. Let them see the core programming languages you use. What are your stacks? They will find it there. Just try GitHub. I don't know if GitHub works for backend, but I think it does for backend developers. Let me know. I stand to be corrected. But I mean, I've recruited a lot of backend developers, and I'm sure one of the most fundamental question that I ask is link your GitHub, link your LinkedIn profile. I think they have a GitHub profile where they can set up as well. I think so. Now, I was talking about work experience. They know you are good at what you do and you've done this work physically. How can you relate it to? There's a big difference between having the capacity to work full-time physically, and it's a big ball game doing it remotely. So what you want to do in your profile is to coin some of the things you've done. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Thank you, Holamite. So there's a way you can link just your GitHub. They'll go and watch the rest there. They know what they're looking for. They'll find it there. They have tech leads. These organizations have tech lead where they can go. There are free courses online. Exactly. Invest in internet subscription. Thank you. They are tech leads of this organization. They go to GitHub. They know what they are looking for. And then one of the things we also adopted in one of the companies that I work for now is we have assessment software that we send to developers. There are questions there. Just go and do it. We will watch the video of what you've done. In fact, recently I watched a video of a guy, and I think I've shared it with my community before. Every time you leave a tab to go and do something, we will see it. I see you leaving the tab. So whether you go to Google to search something quickly, or you just innocently went to another tab to check an email, the system will see that you are cheating. It might be light cheating, but you're cheating. So you want to be very certain as well when you are doing all this assessment to show what you've done and some of your experiences or capacity. Back to the work experience, I keep going back and forth. Yeah, remote work experience one as exactly. You want to show how what you've done, you are able to do it remotely. Yes, whatever you are doing physically that you are putting on your profile, how can you do it remotely? There are tools that people use to work remotely. You need to get familiar. Do you know what Slack is? Are you familiar with Asana? Do you know Trello? These are project management tools. Do you understand Google Suite? Microsoft Office? These are the tools you will use. In fact, there are tools we use as a customer care people in Nigeria. That's not what they use. So you want to get familiar with what they use. What is common? Salesforce. What are the common tools they use in the international? Like their e-commerce is not Jumia. So you want to look at, all the e-commerce platforms that are more international, that are more global. You want to look at those things. Power BI, if you're in the data entry, data analytics, data analysis, SQL, all those areas. So you want to look at those global tools they use. When you use those things, you use those keywords. It's like SEO for writers. They know that you know what you're saying, but beyond that, they know you can do the job. Because there's a different thing to say, to say you have experience. There's another thing to say that, see, I can also do it remotely. And that's the problem with Nigerian employers. Nigerian employers are yet to see the enormous capacity in remote working. Why? Because they don't even know the facilities that are available. And so that's why when you tell a Nigerian employer, I want to work from home, they cannot comprehend it. Like, oh, guys, is that why we're paying you? They have to see you carrying papers around. You need to be running up and down. There was a video I saw on Instagram a few days ago. The guy did not do anything. I think I saw it on Yaba Left, or I don't know, Cracks, one of them. The guy did not do anything, but he was running around, People were lifting objects and he was trying to lift. He didn't do anything. That's what people do at work. That's what Nigerian employers want to see. They don't know. But you can do these things online. So you want to look at these tools. It will help you greatly in your remote work. And by the time you package all of this together, everything has a count. There are sections that have 20%, sections with 15%, there are sections with 20%, sections with 30%. By the time you add it together, you have at least 100%. There's no way Upwork will see that and reject you. It's not possible. Upwork will say you should have at least 60%, but I advise have at least 90%. Just so that your chances of getting in is very secured. I hope with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you can get into Upwork. You can understand what Upwork wants. You can set up your profile accurately and effectively. You can create an outstanding profile, represent your expertise and experience very well, and then you can get in and start making these dollars. If you have any question, yes, business analysis. So they want to know, do you know how to do mind mapping? What mind mapping tools do you use? Your BRD, your business process documents, your UML diagramming, what tools do you use? If you want, so your use cases, do you know how to do it? Your mock-ups, how do you do it? They want to know the tools you use. So Scrum Masters, for example, your Jira, your Confluence, your Atlassian Suite, do you know how to use it? These are the things. Yes, Davis Faith. I'll be waiting for you, my dear. So yeah, that's it pretty much. What's Upwork, please? Oh, Mommy Life with Fawcett. Well, Upwork is a freelancing marketplace. It's where Nigerians, not just Nigerians, everyone across the globe, where we are making dollars, we're making money. It's a marketplace where people apply for work. They send in their proposals to get these jobs, and then remote working basically. That's what Upwork is. And the Up and Work are together. In case you want to search for it on Google, you can do that. I also have coaching programs as well, but I would say you can do your research, all of this knowledge. If you put them to use as well, it would help you. But if you just want to take that to the next level, You can be in my DM, then we'll talk. Just like David, I'll be waiting for you, David's Faith. Thank you. Yemi, yeah, Yemi, virtual assistant, of course. So you need to know the tools to use. So if you have a question, any other question, please, I'll be waiting for that at this moment. This is the question and answer session. We should be wrapping up. This session is usually 30 to 40 minutes. In fact, from tomorrow, I'm going to be doing like those international influencers. I should have a drink somewhere here so that I'm sipping as I am, I can't just be talking without something on the side, So guys, I'm waiting for question. 30 to 45 minutes on the max is the session. And this is day 2. It's called the Borderless Summit. Why am I doing this? I know that people like to keep secrets about what works for them. We're typical of doing that. And I know people have their reasons. You see opportunity. You don't want them to come and saturate it for you. It's like that shop in your street. When we're growing up, there are some shops you will see. They're selling provision. Once people see that they are selling, everybody is going there. Another one will open. Before you know it, another one will open. And everybody keeps selling the same thing and the competition increases. That mentality, we have it even in our career. And that's why a lot of people, there'll be job openings in their office. They cannot share it with their friends. If you share it, does that mean you will lose your own job? No. It doesn't mean you can lose yours. Except you've had a bad experience where you brought in somebody and then, they did a bad job, maybe carried the company money and ran away. Those are the extreme cases. But on a regular day, when you see opportunities, share. And when people share opportunities, it's not because they want to collect money from you. If I collect if I collect money from 20 people now, it can be up to, my coaching amount, if you check my website, you find it there. But if I collect from 10 people, it is still not up to what I collect from Upwork. So I will now do speech for a long time. So it's so much about enlightening. So my goal for me is having to let at least 1,000 people know about these things, that it works, and that they start getting results. So all of this, my English, is that you start getting results. And the effect of that is you then influence your circle as well. So the 1,000 that I'm able to reach, for example, you can reach 1,000 more people. You reach your circle, you reach your friends, talk to your siblings about it. And before you know it, everybody is fine. Dollar rate cannot keep giving us high jump and hypertension. I'm excited when dollar is going. I'm sorry, it's bad. It's making things expensive. But 400 and something is what I exchanged $1,000 for last year. But I'm exchanging it for 710 naira. And you say I should not be happy? Omo, I am super happy. But but for the Nigerian sake, I'm not happy. I'm sorry. For Nigerian sake. But deep down, I am happy. Tunes, my guy, thank you so much. There is this possibility of losing your job if you share the opportunity here with these Turkish guys. Oh. There's Are you in Turkey, Tunes? I thought you were in Dubai. There's this possibility of losing your job if you share the opportunity with this. Oh wow. Well, some companies will pay you to get your friends to know about the job. My friends who are in Canada or in the US, they're always sending emails. Oh, babe, recruiters will tell you if you are not available to take the job. Major jobs or 6 figures, if you are not available, do you have someone you can recommend? Even me, when I reach out to people on LinkedIn, I don't say it, but people say, I'm not available to take this job, Tammy. But can I recommend somebody? Yes. Why not? Absolutely. But if it is against the company culture, then that's a different conversation. If it's against your company culture, they don't want 2 friends working or 2 family members. There are companies like that with such regulation that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Then Komi said Cyprus, awesome. Okay, so I think that's the regulation for the company. Different companies with their corporate culture. There are some companies that couples cannot work in the same organization. Somebody has to resign. And I know we've had this conversation before that if it is the lady that is earning more, both of you are in the same organization, and the rule says 2 people, couples or about to get married or whatever, family members cannot work, who should resign? Please answer that in the comment section. By the way, just a by the way. Oyekomi said, how do you create an enticing portfolio as an entry-level guy without experience? Can't I learn on the job? Well, my brother, if they will give you the chance to learn on the job, that's if they give you the chance to learn on the job. But you can craft an entry-level portfolio. There are jobs that are open to NYC, new graduates who just completed their NYC. they just completed it, and there are about 20 of them. There are some that they choose. It's not because they have more experience, because don't forget, you all just finished your NYC. You guys just finished. So what's the point? The guy should resign now. So what's the point if you are all at the same level? But there's something in each one's portfolio, each one's application, each one's CV that makes them different. Maybe you volunteered in school. Maybe you did some pro bono, you volunteered. So when my CV now is just 2 pages. But when I just left school, like after NYC, my CV, like I think the year I finished NYC, after service, my CV was 4 pages. Ask me what I have there. All the work experiences that I had. So the work I did, the volunteering I did with the United Nations, my volunteering with Rotary International, as a Rotaractor, a team lead, I was the president of the Rotaract Club. It was in my CV. You still find it on my LinkedIn profile. Everything, we're packaging it, everything has to be there. You need to know that I'm not just building myself academically, but I'm building my leadership skills. My soft skills are solid. I'm able to work with team. So everything, they know you are entry if you come out to say you are entry, but you can put every other supporting evidences, supporting application to just make you stand out, even as an entry level person. I just hope that answers your question. The guy should resign now. I hear you people. Thank you so much, guys. I'm grateful. We'll spend 40 minutes on this live. If there's any other question, please let me know before I shut down. By 8:45 on the dot, we're shutting down. I appreciate everybody that's here. Thank you so much, guys. I am grateful. Thank you for being a part of this. Even at time when you're in a group in church, maybe in the IT or media department, you can put it in your CV. Exactly. Yes, you can. Of course, it was there. I put in my fellowship when I was in school. I attended a BCF, Winners Campus Fellowship. And what I was at some level, I think in my founder level, I was the media head, the library and media coordinator. My brother was there. What did I do? He was there. I included it in my CV. I added it. At some point, I added the teens because I was a teens teacher. There was a job I was applying for that I thought it was community-based. I added it there. So everything you think can be supporting, can support your application, relevant to the CV, relevant to the job, include it. That is what that's what puts everything together. Thank you so much, Yemi, for dropping that. Charis Touch and Joanne, the guy should find some other job. Well, it's easier said than done. No? That's when Nigerians and Africans will begin to tell you the man is the head of the house. He has to be making money. The woman should submit. That's a conversation for another day. Anyway. But I mean, that's it pretty much. Thank you so much, guys. Any other question? Before we shut down, we have 3 more minutes. I hope this was worth your time. If it was worth your time, please drop a comment. I'm going to save this video as well for people to listen to again. You can drop the comments as well on my Instagram, just so that the people who are here to listen can see it as well. I appreciate this. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of this and for sticking with me to the end. Some people joined at the beginning and they ran away. I'm going to keep a record of everybody that joined and stayed. Thank you. I am grateful. I am really, really grateful. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I think there are no more questions. Yeah, there are no more questions. Day 3 is tomorrow, and we'll be having another conversation. I have people who have also pivoted from one career to the other. I have a friend who we're having a conversation on Friday, how to switch. Whether you're in business and you're thinking you want to move to career. People ask, is freelancing a business or a career? There are sessions we're going to address that. The difference between freelancing and remote work, I think that's tomorrow. I don't know. Teams can help with that. It was worth it. Thank you so much, guys. I'm grateful. Just so that you get the notification as well. But please, you can follow me just so that you get the notification. Of course, I'll follow you right away back when we're joining the live tomorrow. But I appreciate this, guys. Thank you so much. This record matter, I'm taking record though. I'm writing. In fact, I'm writing it down. See my pen. Boom, boom, sha. I'm writing it. Thank you so much. Yes, I get you, sis. It's about the 2 partners. Absolutely, I know. It's not so much about what people say. Yeah, I agree with you. And any guy that says I should resign if I'm any times 10, caution. Caution. I will not say more than that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Holland Mice. It's been worth it. Thank you. Oh, you call me very much worthy. God bless you. God bless you too. Thank you so much, guys. It's about being logical and understanding. Yeah, guys, you want us to have that conversation on another day? If you guys want, we can have it. Me, I'm here. I'm here for all this type of conversation. Thank you. I will be available tomorrow. Let me take excuse now. Okay, it's fine. I will not write your name. Don't worry. I will write it as Mark. I'll mark you presence tomorrow. So I will not cancel it. Don't worry. Thank you. Sandra, you've been here. Interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here as well. Caution. Thank you, guys. Okwemi, thank you. Davis Faith, thank you so much. Chavis Touch, thank you, sis. Oyekomi, thank you. Sisomi Boye, thank you so much. Sandra, thank you. Tunes, I appreciate it. My family, my true love, thank you. Ever Glam Accessories, thank you. Olamais, thank you so much. Ola Banjo, thank you so much, Banjo. Beauty Tammy, thank you. Boomsha, thank you. Pascal, appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, my big mommy just joined when I'm about to wrap up. Eshema, thank you so much, ma. I'm grateful. We're shutting down now. We've spent 45 minutes here, and the session is usually between 30 to 45 minutes. Let's just say it's 45 minutes, to be honest. So because I've not closed earlier than that before, but I think it's been worth it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, ma. Guys, am I free to go? Can we shut down for tonight? Are we good? Can we see tomorrow? Am I seeing your faces tomorrow? Yeah, I'm saying yes on behalf of everybody. Nobody should say no, apart from the person that took excuse. So we're going to shut down in 5 seconds. Thank you, everyone. Do have a wonderful night ahead. I hope I remember to save this as well. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, ma. Yeah, let's see. Let's go. Sure. All my thank you. Yes, Beauty Terrain, thank you. That's the energy. Thank you guys for encouraging me. What if I come live and I'm the only one talking to myself? So you see why I'm always saying thank you? It's because it's not an entitlement. I'm not entitled to your time. Yes, I know what I'm saying. Yes, whatever I'm saying is beneficial to you, but you can decide to use this time to do something else. So I am not entitled to the time, and that's why I'm always grateful. Thank you so much, guys. But it's because you guys are my friends. That's why I'm demanding that nobody must miss it. If I don't show up safe, call me, remind me. Tell me, where are you? We are on live. We are waiting. But bye, guys. Thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow.